Good morning. 9 o'clock, July 3rd, 2023. Get an audio check on this one. Yep, there he is. And then this one is already muted. Right off the bat, Frankie B, thank you so kindly for the $9.99 super chat. Also, Rick Lakes, thank you for the super chat of $5. Appreciate that. You don't know how encouraging that is. And the other thing that's encouraging is when people come in and start chatting in the chat room before the show even starts. When that doesn't happen on the rare times that there's not much going on there, it just feels kind of, I wonder if anyone's going to come. I don't know. Maybe they're tired of me. So you guys talking to each other in the chat is very encouraging. Some of you aren't in a position to do the super chats. Don't worry about it. You being here and chatting and putting comments on videos, those are all very, very encouraging. So I'm going to start with the QFA, quiz for all. Hang on. QFA, quiz for all. This is going to come from a time slip that I did last week. Let's see, June 30th that was Friday. From 10:54. Let's see, I guess I can actually show this because I emailed the time slip to me without the client identifying information. So this is the way it shows up on my client's bill, pretty close to it anyway. 10:54 to 11:16, phone and remote support to explore possible ways that emails were moved unintentionally to the archive folder. I blew it. The quiz for all was supposed to get you to guess where the missing emails were. I wasn't supposed to show the email first. Well, that wasn't the first time slip for this case. What first happened was the client emailed me or texted me, I don't remember which it was, saying that emails were missing on Wednesday last week from about 11 a.m. He had a very specific time because he had the time of the most recent email that was still in his inbox. So he said emails were missing from 11 something a.m. to somewhere around 3 p.m. And he said he knew there were several emails in there because he actually had interacted with those emails. And when he was out to lunch, he showed the photos that his wife sent him on one of those emails. So he absolutely knows that they were there. When he got back to the office, there were 15 emails, as it turned out, that were missing. And when he contacted me, he told me, I already looked in the deleted items folder. It's not in the inbox. I looked in other neighboring folders. Couldn't find them. They're just gone. I have no idea what happened. 15 of them disappeared. Now, what I haven't told you, and here's the QFA. I guess this could still be a QFA. How do you find them? Because that archive folder was not on my radar. I was not thinking that at all. That is not a routine place I go check. How do you find the emails? So I'm going to see if somebody comes up with the method that I use to do that. Well, this Doug sitting out here is just that's not a sensible place to be. Let him sit on top of that hard drive. And this one up here is not in a sensible place. Let him sit on that. Just enjoy box. Oh, that's a Bluetooth speaker is what that is. Then I'll go next to another email that I sent to myself. And yes, I can show this one. And I can zoom it in so you can see a little bit. Not much there. Is on June 30th, that would have been Friday, 9:07 a.m., Nick Poverman put in this link that I kind of discounted at the time, didn't think that I was very enthusiastic about it. And it was this thing about being able to take a screenshot in BIOS. And at the time, I responded saying, I think I like doing it with a phone easier because if you do it with a screenshot to BIOS, you have to have a USB thumb drive and copy the file somewhere. So I went and looked at that closer after the stream was over, and I do like it, and I actually tested it. And I simply I had a tools USB thumb drive. I just put it in. I didn't bother with reformatting it. And I didn't know if it was already FAT32, whatever they said it needs to be formatted as. And I went into my BIOS, and my BIOS did not have an indicator about pressing the F12 key. It didn't have that menu option that is shown in here. Let's see, where's that showing in here? Got to scroll all the way down. They showed it in here somewhere, I thought. There. Okay, see this F12 print screen. I didn't see that prompt anywhere, but I went ahead and tried pressing the key and it worked. I think I had accidentally pressed the F11 key first because I got something else, but then the F12 started working. So it takes a nice clean screenshot. And when I thought it through, the reason why I've been won over now is because with a cell phone, if I want to take a picture, every time I take another picture in BIOS, I got to pick up the cell phone, swipe up, go to the camera app, turn it sideways, be sure that it rotated sideways, get it framed in the picture acceptably, push the button, and then it takes the picture, and then I routinely go look at the picture to be sure the focus looks right. So that's actually more time consuming, more clicks, more actions, if you will, than if I have that thumb drive in there and every time I want to take a photo, it's 2 key presses, F12, and then I think enter for OK. And it takes a perfectly framed screenshot in BIOS. So, Nick Poverman, you have won me over with that. I eat my words. Next, I'm going to go through, well, yeah, I'm gonna deal with a few of these channel comments and then go to the chat room. These comments I've been holding on to for a while. I haven't thumbed them and hearted them because I was still dealing with the issue of that new capture card. Well, that is functional now. And here's a conversation from Greg M. and Rand Israel about the 44-lane CPU, and let's see, I'll do the read more. I'm not going to read through all this right now, but if any of you are interested in more background about what we went through there, then you can read through these 2 comments. I'm just going to go ahead and thumbs up and heart because that whole situation is resolved, and these 2 topics were on point. And then here's Jim also about that capture device. If it's not detected in Baby Beast, but it was. He put this comment in before I showed that it was detected in Baby Beast. And so he was saying it's the device's toast, and he has the same card. So then there's a thumbs up and heart. I'm going to come back to the rest of these. No, I'll take this one because this one's quick. This is Ken Stout saying, I just realized you do your show at 9 a.m. I do my show at 9 p.m. So he's seeing 9s there. And then Randy Israel says, well, wait a minute. You could take a step further, do the time zone differences. Your shows are 9 hours apart. That is a little bit clever numerology there. You could call that numerology. I don't know. And let's take that one later. Here's a Tony Wallow. He's very good with giving me compliments there from time to time. I usually thumb up and heart them when I see them rather than reading them out. And then Parker Morris says, command prompt topic suggestion. Parker, I do go into the DOS command prompt from time to time for specific purposes. That request there is pretty broad. If you got a more specific request, I would welcome that. And then Speedy C says, this is about the video that I did on Saturday, I think it is, with Josh. He says, good job on helping Josh with OBS and Fortnite. Neat trick with the 3-bar menu in Fortnite that should help Josh to keep track of the game invites, of the invites in the game. So thank you for that. So I'm going to come back hopefully later today for these other ones there because it's been a while since those comments were made. Now, let's get to the chat room. Pop out chat. I do have a redirect set up for Ken Stout's premiere. That's at the bottom of the hour. Alice says, I love the trailer. Thank you, Alice. This is the trailer for those who haven't. Some people watch this video later and they don't know what the trailer was. Well, it's the Jenny song with a phone number and using, let's see, is it here? Yeah. I don't want to play this live because then this video will get a copyright notice. But it's the, has the Jenny phone number music with it. Alt tab, get back here. And Barnes says, hey, Jen. And Barnes, Doug, when you got Big B's home from Carrie, did the other Dougs help you lift the computer? Well, yes, coincidentally they did. And I do have video of that I've never shown you guys. I have video of getting Big Beast out of the car and bringing it into the house and even weighing it. I show on a scale how much it weighs. Oh, by the way, somebody had asked a while back when I was dealing with that B-Link mini computer, they asked how much it weighs. I have since weighed it. I don't think I showed that to you guys. It weighed less than a full bottle of water. It weighed exactly 1 pound. Full 8-ounce bottle of water was 1 pound, 2 ounces, and something like 3/4, 2 3/8 something of an ounce. So yeah, that B-Link mini computer, less than a bottle of water. That's crazy. Brian Lightfoot says, my wife tries to beat me at Scrabble, but I wouldn't let her. I wouldn't let her. For those who aren't seeing the chat room, that's wooden letter. Because that's what the Scrabble game has. It has wooden letters. All right, Doug, enough explaining the jokes. Jeff Ryman, Rick Lake say good morning. Here's Frankie B's $9.99. And he said, good work, Doug. Keep it up. Rick Lake said, good morning, Doug. Jeremy the Red says, great day. Thumbs up and smiley face. Rick Lakes, it's already hot here. Going for a high of 96. Humidity was stopping me from going outside. Jeremy the Red said to Brian Lightfoot, in reaction to Brian Lightfoot, says, that's actually funny. Ha ha ha. Darren Gilholm, hi. Mike Wojcik, good morning. John Williams, and very nice way to start the day off. Not sure if he's referring to seeing Jenny and hearing the song. I'm suspecting that was the case. Rick Lakes says, hi, Alice. So now here's 9 a.m. All of this chat stuff going on before the show starts. That's very encouraging, heartwarming to me. Thank you. And it lets me know that people are actually seeing the trailers that I spend time creating. I need to get back on bringing new trailers in more frequently. John Williams, Bobby Warren, Jesse Pinkman. Jesse played in Fortnite with us this morning. Austin Gray says, hello to everyone in the chat. Hope your day is good. Thank you, Austin. Good to see you. And Jesse, one of the Dougs behind you is sitting on air. I think I fixed that one by now. Yeah, because that was at 9:01. That's called Air Doug. Airhead Doug. That's it. That's good. That's Airhead Doug. Greetings all. 73 degrees drizzling. I think we're supposed to be like 105 or something here today. Who could get tired of you, bud? Jeremy the Red says, who could get tired of you, bud? Yeah, okay. Pew, right over my head. Jeff Ryman, when we aren't here early because Ken Stout kept us up too late. Speedy C says, hi. Ken says, sure, blame me. Of course. Rick laughing my A-frame off. Ken Stout, Austin Grace says, hello to Austin Grace. Oh, by the way, Ken Stout, I will vouch for Nova. I saw Nova show up in your chat. Not only is he present during our gaming, he has played with us several times. He's a good person. Let's see. Good morning. It's Brian Lightfoot. Let me take a wild guess. The emails will found in the archive folder. Yeah, that's after I let the cat out of the bag. But how did I find it? Search for the sender. Bing, bada boom. Of course, Wintermute comes off that right off the bat. Search for anything, either the sender's name. Of course, he knew his wife sent him a message. So that's who I searched for. I just put in a search for his wife, showed me in the archive folder. But then what I don't think I told you this yet. Yeah, Rick also says search for it. Then what I did, I was trying to do some forensic analysis. How did this happen? So in Microsoft Outlook, which is what I use, you can go up to the column headings, right click and shoot. There's a thing called field chooser or column chooser, something like that. You choose that, and then you get choices, all different kinds of column headings you can add to the layout. So I added the column heading called modified. So when I added that column heading, it gave me a date and time of when these 15 emails were modified. They were all modified at 3:15 p.m. All modified at the same time. So that time slip I showed you was I connected remotely to him to explore possibilities of how that would happen. And my first thought was that he had clicked on one, shift click on another to select a bunch of them to do something to those emails. And he does commonly right click and choose unread to flag them as unread. Well, there's a couple different places you can go to flag them as unread. And we found one place where the adjacent item, you could choose unread or you could choose archive. So I'm told, well, you probably clicked archive by mistake and didn't realize it. And I think we also found there was a keystroke, a keyboard combination for getting that. It didn't really fit. He didn't really think, yeah, that's it, because that's where I go to flag them. He said he flags them as unread individually. He doesn't do them as a group. Yeah, I don't know. And so then I talked to him about, well, a shift key can get stuck. So, and you can't tell by looking at the keyboard. So if the shift key is electronically stuck, and then you click on another email, that will select all the emails between those 2 points. Now, if you click on something else, that affects all of those. But he wasn't even aware of archiving. So we're not sure how it happened. We just explored some possibilities. So by showing him those possibilities, he said he'll keep a watch out for that. Continuing in chat, Ken says, should that ever happen to me, I would send an email to this tech guy I know in Fresno, California, and explain what's going on, then wait till Saturday for the fix, because he expects that Tim Sal will be available then to help him fix it. Jesse Pinkman, when did you get War Thunder? I don't know what that is. Jesse Pinkman, when did you get War Thunder? LOL. Yep, another one right over my head. Would a search include contents of the archive folder? Yes. If so, search for mention of the photos. Well, that brings up another point, is you could search for anything in the content of the email. The photos that his wife sent, I don't think she actually used the word photos in the content of the email. Bobby Warren, hello. Jimmy the Red, you just had yourself in the palm of your hand. Now I got to use the scroll bar over here. Alice, what are your general thoughts on mini PCs? Well, I like mini PCs. They need, it depends upon the client. I pitched them to one of my law office clients and they said no, because they get CDs from medical sources when they're dealing with their workers' comp cases and accident injury cases. So they need CD drives. Also had another one that said they like having a tower under their desk so they can put stuff on top of it. And I did that one that I installed in the B-Link PC. Oh, they loved it. They thought that was just terrific. We did not mount it on the back of the monitor. They already had their monitor on a, one of those desk mount arms. And in order to mount that, the B-Link, their VESA mounts, just takes 2 of the screws. So you have to mount it apparently above the connection between the mounting arm or below it. And in either of those cases, it made getting to the wires and the USB ports, just kind of a nuisance. And this person had plenty of easy room on the desk, so it made a whole lot more sense to just put it on the desk. Did you fix it? Fix it. Yeah, everything stands fixed right now. I'm not sure which one he's referring to there, 908, but the capture device is fixed. The email issue is fixed. Darren Gilholm, Austin Grace. It's a little after 2 p.m. in Florida. Been checking your streams as well. That's from Austin to Ken. You know what, Austin? You are participating here in the conversation. Let's go turn you blue so that we recognize that you are a friendly, conversable person. Conversable? Is that a word? Uh-oh, the Beatles, number 9. Brian, Ken, Jeremy, catch ding ding winner, chicken dinner to Jeremy. Oh, he says good catch. What did Jeremy say? Oh, Beatles number 9. Is that Jenny's song the same tune as Beatles number 9? Zvi Menor, nothing to say but hello. Welcome your hello. Like to see your hello. John Williams, the trader was totally awesome, Doug. Darren, the little Doug. I find Doug's daily stream so informative. I sure hope my final Jeopardy question is the weight of a bottle of water. Brian Lightfoot, technical adjustment. Those bottles of waters are not 8 ounces, but rather 500 milliliters, which is about 16.9 ounces. Well, I guess, the reason why I pointed that out, hold on. It shows 16.9 ounces. Now, of course, that's a volume measurement, not a weight measurement. The bottle weighed a little over a pound, so it's kind of coincidental that little over 16 ounces, little over a pound that it weighed. And yeah, 500 milliliters is the precise measurement, their native measurement. Mike Wojcik to Ken, better make sure they aren't referring to a glass bottle. Ken to Mike, I would phone my friend in Fresno in that case. Mobile app, okay, let's see, rolling along, get on past these a little bit quicker so I can go finish up in the comments. Explanation, it's in your desktop. War Thunder is a game. Did you see War Thunder on my computer? I'm not aware that I have that. Tim Sell, thanks. The other tech guy let me down. Tim Sell is here first. Sure, I will fix that. Zavi, how about using external DVD? Well, sure, they could do that, but that's just an extra device. So, and I think I did explain that to them. And I don't know, this was a senior partner that was the one that making the decision. And so maybe it's a little bit of old school thinking, but certainly that could be done. Jeremy the Red, I think many PCs are like a streaming box on steroids, more versatile, Seem to recall that a pint's a pound the world around. I seem to recall that a pint's a pound around the world. Okay. Thumbs up the video, everyone. Yeah, it's a game on Steam. If I have it, I'm not aware of it. You know what? Now that you say that, it seems a little vaguely familiar. Where did you see that on my computer? Oh. Anyway, moving on. I want to get over to here. Oh, while I'm here, I'll point out, I mentioned on Saturday that I've had a crash, blue screen crash on BigToBeast build since having this internal capture card. And I realized afterward I didn't tell you when that happened or how that happened. See these white spots under Jenny's arms? And as she moves a little bit, those white spots get bigger. Well, I was trying to eliminate them, and Adobe Premiere has this fine-tuning thing for the rotoscope tool. And so I used that in there, and that was what triggered the blue screen. And I think what I was doing is the rotoscope tool was just a very fine line. So I was kind of drawing lines back and forth here. And I realized afterwards, well, probably after Saturday's show, that I should have made that tool larger and just drawn through this wide area in one stroke, and perhaps that's less computing work for it to do. If I make all these thin lines through there, that probably makes it work harder. I also mentioned that I have seen Big Beast Bill get up to 200 gigabytes of RAM in use. Well, that was when it was doing some work that I was having it do in Adobe Premiere that did not go well. And I was watching the memory and it was just increasing, and then blue screen. So I've never had 200 gigabytes in use in a normally functioning computer. All right, now I want to get back to those channel comments because they've just been neglected way too long. Let's pause that and then come to these. Here, Tim Travis says paying for 1.2. Am I zoomed in good there? 125. Let's zoom in a little more. Yeah. Tim Travis paying for 1.2 gigabit per second and never see over 900, not gigabit, megabits. Oh, 1.2 gigabits. Yeah, 900 megabits. Hardwire or 700 Wi-Fi. The 700 Wi-Fi varies from 100 to 700. Never the same ping, and upload speeds are never the same ping. And upload speeds are stable 99.9% of the time. Try dropping the speed to 1 gig even, and upload dropped to 20 megabits per second. That's the only thing he tells us about upload speed. It dropped to that. I don't know what, he hasn't told us here what his upload speed has normally been. But he does say up here, upload speed stable 99% of the time. When he dropped the download speed to 1 gig, the upload speed dropped to 20 megabits per second. He's saying here he needs the most upload he can get. So now he's configured it back to 1.2 gigabit. So Tim Travis, we'd be happy to help you more with this or try to bounce more ideas around to explore this. We have questions for you. It'd be really useful if you could kind of get into the chat room during a live stream, or even come on into the Zoom session on Saturday if you want to explore this further. Hang on. My observations, if you're dealing with Comcast, my observations is very rarely do you get the speed that they advertise, because the way Comcast operates, there's a lot of variables involved. But I've seen people in the comments of my videos, even this video that you watched there are other comments in that video of other people who have found other solutions, if memory serves me right. If you keep calling back to them, they send another technician out, another technician. Some of them are more experienced than others. Sometimes they'll just randomly replace cables or boxes. And one that was most surprising recently is they simply replaced the AC power adapter on the Comcast modem, and it fixed a user's speed issues. Now, Tim Travis, this is my email address. If you'd like to send me an email, you could give me more background. I'll respond to it during a live show and send you a link to it if you're not able to join us during a live show. I'd like to know, what is your normal upload speed? Why do you need the most upload speed that you can get? I'm wondering, what are you doing? Are you uploading files? Are you live streaming? Is it uploading videos? Because there may be some other ways to work around it to solve your actual need. And getting Comcast to actually deliver the numbers that you're supposedly paying for, that's kind of a frustrating losing proposition. What I suggest that you really care about is fix the problem that you have, fix the pain that you have. Don't worry so much about seeing a number that they're advertising, unless you really do have the legitimate need for that. But yeah, if you're putting a message there because you want some more input or ideas, hey, we'd love to go down that road with you. You can get to my live shows. You can find out when my next live show is, Tim, with youtube.com/LWTT LiveWindowsTrainin-DougBetts.live. And that will always take you to either my current live stream or my next scheduled live stream. If that takes you to my channel page like this, that means the next live stream isn't scheduled yet. Try again in a few hours. Monday through Friday starts at the same time every day, 9 a.m. Oops, it is time for me to send you off to Ken Stout's premiere. Looks like I'm reasonably caught up. I'll have to do the rest of that, those waiting channel comments later. So have a great day, everybody. Tomorrow's 4th of July, I will be doing the regular stream. Catch you later. Have a great day. Goodbye.